We rely on our AI assistants for pretty much everything these days, right? Summarizing emails, planning our day, just answering whatever random question pops into our heads. We trust them. But what if that very trust is the thing that makes us vulnerable? That's exactly what we're going to dive into right now. Yeah, it sounds like something straight out of a sci-fi movie, doesn't it? But it's a very, very real question we all need to start asking. And today, we're going to show you exactly how your AI could be turned against you without you even clicking a single button. That's the scary part. Because the short answer, unfortunately, is yes, it can. Security researchers have uncovered some pretty serious flaws in Google Gemini. So let's break down exactly how these vulnerabilities work, and this is the important part, what you can actually do to protect yourself. Okay, so first things first, let's talk about the real-world consequences here. This isn't just some abstract technical mumbo-jumbo. No, this is about your personal privacy and your security being put directly on the line. And believe me, the threats here are incredibly tangible. We're not just talking about some data breach way off in the cloud. No, we're talking about attackers getting the power to hijack your computer's camera and microphone. We're talking about them stealing confidential corporate documents right off your machine, or just rifling through all of your personal files. The stakes, they're incredibly high. All right, so the big question is, how could an attacker actually pull this off? Well, let's dive into the specific hacks that researchers found, because you're about to see just how clever and, frankly, how dangerous they really are. So the first major threat is this high-severity bug that researchers cleverly named GlicJack. It was found hiding right in the Gemini side panel for Chrome, and it basically created a backdoor for a malicious browser extension to waltz right in and completely take over your AI session. So here's how the attack unfolds. It all starts when you install a malicious extension. Maybe it's disguised as some kind of helpful tool. That extension then injects its own sneaky code directly into Gemini. And just like that, the attacker has full control. And from there, they can get into your camera, your microphone, and your local files, all by piggybacking on the permissions you already gave to Gemini yourself. But it gets even more subtle. A lot more subtle, actually. This quote really gets to the heart of the next vulnerability. See, the most dangerous attacks are the ones that don't need you to make a mistake. They happen when the AI is just, doing its job. And this is what's known as the zero-click threat. An attacker could send you a specially crafted or poisoned Google Doc or even just a simple calendar invite. And here's the crazy part. You don't even have to open it. All you have to do is ask Gemini to, say, summarize my week. Gemini reads that doc or invite, executes the hidden malicious code inside, and boom, it sends your private data straight to the attacker. You would never even know it happened. And the threats, they don't stop there. Security researchers at a company called Tenable actually found what they called a trifecta of vulnerabilities, that's 3, in Gemini's cloud services that could all lead to data theft. Let's check out the third one. Now, this next one is a brilliant example of how Gemini could be twisted into an incredibly effective phishing tool. And why does it work so well? It's simple. Because we trust our AI. Hackers found ways to hide code in emails that would trick Gemini into creating a fake but very convincing security alert or recommendation, complete with a nasty link designed to steal your login info. Okay, I know that all sounds pretty terrifying, but here's the good news. Google has already patched these specific issues. And even more importantly, there are some simple, concrete steps you can take right now to protect yourself from any future threats like these. So, how do you build up a strong defense? It really comes down to 3 simple steps. First, and this is absolutely the most critical one, update your Chrome browser. Like right now. That makes sure you have all the latest security patches from Google. Second, just take 2 minutes to review your browser extensions. Seriously, if you see something you don't recognize or haven't used in forever, just delete it. And third, practice a little healthy skepticism. Don't just blindly trust an AI summary of an email or a document if it's from a sender you don't know. Okay, so we've talked about the problem, and we've talked about the immediate solutions. But let's zoom out for a second and think about the bigger picture. What does all of this really mean for our future with AI? So, what's the key takeaway here? It's this. AI tools are incredibly powerful, but they are not perfect, not by a long shot. Developers like Google are always going to be working to find and patch these flaws, but your best defense is always going to be your own awareness. Staying informed and just being vigilant, it's not optional anymore. It's absolutely essential. And all of this leaves us with one final, really important question to think about. As AI becomes this gatekeeper to our entire digital lives, our emails, our documents, our calendars, who is ultimately responsible for keeping us safe? Is it the companies that build the AI? Or is it us, the people who use it every day? The answer to that question is going to shape the future of our relationship with this technology. And it's a conversation we all need to be a part of.